Good morning. Good morning. It is exactly 2:42 a.m. on a Friday. You gotta be saying, what kind of meat is this man on? I get asked that all the time. What time do you get up in the morning? Why you get up so early? Is it hard to get up that early? Let me tell you something. I thought I was damn near crazy in the beginning, but I had a coach at the time. Who was a strong believer in the Earl Nightingale theory of things, is that anything you do for 30 days consecutively will become a habit. And trust me, getting up, driving around the streets this early in the morning is not normal. It's not normal. But I'll tell you what, I get to trim 2 or 3 hours off my day by taking care of business. And one part of that business is taking care of my mind. And that's through this communication right here. The second part of that business is taking care of my body. And that's when I hit this gym. And the third part of getting this lead on earth is making sure that I communicate to those I need to communicate first and foremost before anything disrupts my day. And the first person that being is God, second person being my family, and then the third person I communicate strongly to is my wants and my needs. Nothing comes easy. Nothing comes easy. Nothing comes without a fight. Nothing comes without doubt. Nothing comes without the potential of failure. But I'm going to tell you that even in that potential of failure, there's an air of gratitude. There's an air of absolute certainty that you'll hit your destination, whatever it may be. If you're at a point in your life where you've come to a conclusion that you know what it is that you want, meaning without wavering, without going back and forth. Here's the deal. It's one thing if you get into a field of expertise or a field of whatever your business is, and you stay there and you master that business, and then you go to something else. It's another thing that you keep jumping into field after field after field, career after career after career after career. After you do that so much, it creates a sense of doubt on whether or not you feel confident within yourself that you're making the right decision. See, I didn't know that real estate was going to be something that I was going to do forever. I just knew it was something that I was committed to. And if I wanted to be any good at it, or I wanted to have any fun at it, or I wanted to be in it for any amount of time without jumping around, then I had to become a practitioner of it. And that's the problem. That's the problem. It's not that you don't like your job. It's that you just don't want to do the work inside your job. It was all good when you got in until you found out that the guys at the top didn't have it so easy, or you come up with some bullshit excuse. You sit there and say the guys at the top must have known somebody, must have been friends with somebody. You don't make it to the top of no multi-million-dollar, billion-dollar company and you don't know something. I don't care who you know. Nobody who built anything is going to put an idiot in charge of it. Plain and simple. So you might as well go ahead and give that excuse up. And the thing that keeps me going most, even though sometimes I probably put in more work physically than I need to if I just focus mentally, at the end of the day, it's perspective. And I can still put a perspective on that and say, hey, some people might have taken some people might have taken a different approach. My approach is going to be a little bit harder. It's going to be a little bit difficult. Here's the deal, though. When you go the harder route, all you really do is build. If you don't quit, See, sometimes going the harder route will make you want to quit because you see the other person getting it and they're not breaking their back. They're getting it in a different way. Same thing applies to me. If I decide that I want to keep going at a pace that's a little bit harder, waking up early in the morning, being disciplined with my sleep, being disciplined with that's not the easiest thing to do. And it's not even really necessary all the time. But the harder and the more disciplined that I become on myself, the more that I know when I'm tested with something extremely big, I can rise to the occasion. And for me, being able to have the ability to rise to the occasion for whatever may come my way is way more important than just becoming a practitioner of whatever it is that I'm doing. It happens to be for real estate. So yeah, when I'm asked the question about getting up early, no, it's not easy. No, I don't go back to sleep. Yes, I do stay up for the rest of the day. But as I've went along, I've learned how to implement things that allow me to get the most out of being up at 2 o'clock in the morning. That allows me to get the most between the time I wake up and the time that I'm fortunate enough to go to sleep and wake up again and still have a positive mindset. It's because in my mind, I'm telling myself that I am building an impenetrable fortress of mental solitude. Impenetrable and unbreakable by any conditions. That's what happens when you put in work. You build an ability to withstand anything that comes your way. Literally. Try it. Have a good day.